So I remember I was waiting for the subway, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up to me, sticks their hand out, and says, "Hey Asher, nice to meet you in person." Hey guys, Asher back with another video, and in this video it's going to be another storytime video, and I'm going to be telling you about the time that I got noticed in public for being a YouTuber. So the story goes back to when I was in Seoul, South Korea, and I was with a friend. It happened to be a Sunday, so we went out the previous night, Saturday night in Itaewon. We had fun, we had a good time, and we were going to be heading back home to where we used to live. And yeah, I was waiting in the subway for a train to come to take us where we were trying to go, and then in that time somebody just happened to walk up in front of me and then extend their hand out and say, "Asher, oh my god, it's nice to meet you in person." And I was kind of like confused at first. I was like, wait, what? Like, who is this guy, you know? And then he told me his name, and then he had said like, "Yeah man, remember I messaged you on Instagram?" And then I was like, "Oh really?" And then I like remembered back. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did talk to this guy on Instagram, you know?" And yeah, he was telling me about our conversations and stuff, and it's just like, man, like it's crazy to like see you in person, because I used to watch your videos when I was in America. I always wanted to do something like this. I wanted to come to Korea and like teach English just like you did, and you know, I really like watching your videos. And you know, I was like really shocked, and my friend was shocked at the time as well, because they're kind of like, what the hell, like I'm such a small YouTuber, I'm pretty much a nobody, you know, and here I am in the same country, in the same city as this guy. And he met me and he was excited, and we had a conversation, and he just told me about that he's been following me for a while, and I thought it was pretty awesome. And yeah, my friend after was just like, "Man, that's crazy that happened to you." And I'm not sharing this story with you guys to brag, saying like, "Oh wow, like I'm so cool that, you know, I get noticed in public." It's actually the only time this has happened before. And I kind of also wanted to share my experiences with meeting people in person that I've seen on YouTube. So when I was in Korea, actually, I got a chance to see two YouTubers that I had seen before. I don't know them personally, obviously, but one was a guy, and I saw him when I happened to be at a pancake house just eating, and this was in Hongdae actually. And so I was just eating my pancakes, and then I happened to look up, and I'm like, "Oh my god, that guy, I know who he is, he's a YouTuber." And like, I didn't want to like go up and say hi to him, because he was, you know, having breakfast with somebody, I got him for his girlfriend or whoever it was. So I kind of just, you know, let him do his thing. I'm like, you know, it's okay, I'm gonna, you know, maybe talk to him another time. And then another YouTuber that I actually met, or I guess saw in person, and we didn't talk as well. She's somebody I'd been watching for a long time, and she actually somebody that I got to see in my last month in the country. So we were, or I was, this time I was actually by myself. I was walking in the subway again. So it was, I guess just something always happens in the subway. I was actually leaving a train this time, and then she happened to be going into the station, and I think this was in Itaewon, it wasn't in Hongdae. And so we were in Itaewon, and then I see her, actually no, maybe it was Hongdae, I can't remember, that doesn't really matter. So anyways, I was going up the staircase to like leave the subway, and she was coming down. And this was summertime, it was August, like I said, the last month before I was leaving. And I was sweating, because I don't know if you guys know, it gets really, really humid in Korea, especially around August. And so I was walking around, I was in a rush because I had to go see my friend. And I happened to bump into this YouTuber that I've been watching for a long time, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's this person." And then I didn't know how to react, because I'm kind of just like, do I like say what's up, I've been watching you for like a long time, or do I like just ignore her because I'm sweaty, and like I feel like it should just be an awkward interaction. So I ignored her, and I felt kind of bad, because I'm just like, oh man, like I wish I got a chance to just say something to her, not because like I was in love, or like whatever. It's just, you know, it's nice to kind of express this feeling, because I know what this feeling felt like when somebody reached out to me and then said that they had watched my videos and they knew who I was. So I wanted to, you know, reciprocate, because I had that feeling first, and then I wanted to give that feeling to her. And I'm sure this has happened to her many times, because she's a much bigger channel than me. So yeah, it's just very, very interesting how all these events took place during my time when I was in Korea, kind of the later end of my contract. So it's a small world that we live in, guys. You never know. I'm talking to you in this camera. Some of you have never met me before, and who knows, we may cross paths at some point, maybe when I go back to Korea to visit or teach again, or who knows what's going to happen in the future. You gotta stay tuned. But yeah, you never know. Small world, our paths may cross. And I just kind of wanted to share that story because I thought it was interesting. And yeah, there you go. That's another story time for you guys. I did a poll actually, and some people wanted me to do more story time videos and more interesting topics. So this is me hitting you with another story time, and there's many more to come. So don't you worry, I'm gonna keep you guys hooked. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay dreaming, stay chasing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.